Welcome to the InForum Minute, a daily rundown of top news, weather, and more for the Fargo area, powered by reporters from WDAY and The Forum. Here's today's forecast.
WDAY Storm Tracker.
Here's the forecast for the Fargo area. As we take you into your Tuesday across the southern Red River Valley, we'll look out for partly cloudy skies, hot, humid, and windy conditions with an afternoon high of about 92 and winds out of the south-southeast at 20 to 30 miles an hour sustained. Most of the day it does look to be dry, but later on we'll watch strong to severe storms develop out to the west and march towards the valley later in the evening to early overnight hours. By the time they do reach us here in the valley, damaging winds upwards of 80-plus miles an hour look to be the greatest concern, but tornadoes and large hail will be possible, as well as some localized flooding concerns. Once we clear out those thunderstorms later in the overnight tonight, we'll look out for another round of strong to severe storms possible on Wednesday, especially for areas off to the east of the valley. I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist Robert Daly.
Local news affects your life. It gives you the confidence and clarity to make better decisions every day. You can support that with a digital subscription. Visit inforum.com/subscribe to take advantage of our introductory offer, just $6 for 6 months. Here's today's headlines.
Hi, everyone. It is Tuesday, June 9th. With your InForum Minute, I'm Lisa Bedeau. Today is primary day in North Dakota. Fargo voters will elect a new mayor for the first time in 11 years, as Mayor Tim Mahoney has reached his term limit. The candidates are Denise Kolpak, Michelle Turnberg, Dave Pepcorn, Josh Brochet, and Saku Sirleaf. Voters will also elect 2 new Fargo City Commissioners from a field of 8 candidates. In West Fargo, voters will also choose a new mayor. Former City Commissioner and NDSU professor Eric Jurdevig is the only candidate on the ballot. 4 people are also running for 2 open city commission seats in West Fargo. Voters will also see a statewide constitutional measure on the ballot. It would require future ballot measures to be limited to a single subject. North Dakota's District 11 will have 2 Democratic NPL candidates on the ballot, including one who died earlier this year. Representative Liz Conmey died in a plane crash in April, but her name remains on the ballot because she died after the withdrawal deadline. The other candidate is Anastasia Andrianova. Republican Doug Charbonneau is running as a write-in candidate. The man who pleaded guilty to robbing the downtown Wells Fargo has been sentenced to more than 14 years in federal prison. Prosecutors called 67-year-old Jay Barker a serial bank robber. The judge recommended he receive psychiatric treatment at a federal medical facility. Today, the trial begins for a Fargo activist accused of stealing nearly $120,000 in state grant money. Faith Dixon and her ex-husband Charles are accused of using money intended for their after-school center for personal expenses. Charles Dixon has pleaded guilty and is expected to testify against his ex-wife. A Fargo woman is facing felony charges after admitting she fired a gun into the air during a fight outside the old Broadway over the weekend. Fargo police say no one was hurt, and the gun has not been recovered. Today and tomorrow, West Fargo police and firefighters will hold active shooter training at the Rested Rec Center. You may see officers, emergency vehicles, and hear loud noises in the area. The facility will be closed from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. both days. For complete election coverage on this primary election day, visit the Election Central page on our website, inforum.com. With your InForum Minute, for WDAY TV News, I'm Lisa Bedeau.